Right, those two holes in the wall, I think the one on the left was originally there, but the second one is for the Metrolink. It wasn't there until 91, so that's incorrect. Anyway, going with the video that I shared. It's a shame you don't get to see this frontage at all unless you do the free cam. And that road is at the same level. Not a major thing because you can't come around here really. It seems such a nice looking station, doesn't get to see a view. In the video they then go to the concourse. And this empty space has a ticket barrier somewhere in this vicinity. Across the back of the platforms here. We've got nothing here at all. Lots of empty space. There's a huge ticket barrier across the wall here, probably parallel with that fence, say. You've got like a plastic thing on one end and then barriers and walk through. But at least the DC lines have actually got third rail. Shouldn't got any 504s for it. The only reason I'm saying all of this is that when you do the four double 2-car, 4-car 101 to Leeds, you start on platform 11. Really they should start from these platforms because as far as I can see there is no other than this. Is this got an aspect? No, the wrong way around. There's no clear colour light aspect to give you the clear road to leave off this platform. You can't leave on this ground signal, this dummy signal. VE17. There's no way that a train could sit in there because the 4 car's about here. It should be leaving from there. So you either go from the bays or one of these 4 platforms over here. That one or that one. So you terminate and come back out. Because then you can leave on an aspect colour light. Which you're not allowed to do on a dummy. With passengers on. Yes, freight parcels trains and light engines can go back to Red Bank off of that. But they shouldn't be going out there with passengers on. It only occurred to me when I played it a couple of days ago. I was like, doesn't look right to me. No doubt this is the Liverpool bound platform, so virtually everything goes that way, passenger wise. Blackpool trains were seen in the video going across there. The other thing I wanted to point out was this head shunt here has got a, I don't know if there's a signal like that, but there should be a catch point there. And somewhere up here should be west signal box, which they've missed out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, there's a lot more than that. There's a count of 15 on the game. But somewhere about here the box should be. In fact, there should be the bridge, but they haven't even put the bridges in. There's high bridge parapets here somewhere. For that river you can hear. Yeah. River Irwell, I think it is. Oops. Daylight. So here there should be some really high iron girder panel bridges like that, but really tall, like twice the height of that. So off of the back of that, the box should be standing about here. It's quite a classic box, it's quite a nice one. You've also got an Irwell sidings box as well there. But I mean you can't really walk very far in the game beyond this point anyway. He's not even letting me with this free cam. You can on when you go around it, but again it sticks. It is a nice canopy. So we're missing the Irwell Victoria West junction. Very distinctive. And I know it's probably too late to get any changes because it's such an old game, there was a carriage road that came up from underground here that sort of came up between here. It's fenced off. There's like a bridge girder here, and it climbed up from a lower level out to this point. At least we got a clock. I think that's right, because it's correct to know, isn't it? Yeah. But anyway, those Liverpool to Manchester, Manchester to Liverpool DMUs should really come into one of these platforms and go back out. And then the Leeds local haul should come into here. So we don't have to stop dead on the signals as well. That's another thing. I don't like encroaching on a red light right up to it. Another thing, this should be brighter and bolder. Should be slightly larger writing. And these ones on the platforms should also have the list of stops. That's good timing. So yeah, I would like to see the DMUs come in here and go back out again. Another thing, I've only been there a couple of times back in these days, but there's always a set of engines here, like a 31, a 37, a 47. And in this period, it could be a 40 parked here, on that line there. Always an engine, at least one so there. Spare. Same goes for over here on the signal box. This is the east box, seen in the video. And there's always an engine sat on here, 2 or 3. So he was seen climbing up some stairs on this side. Excuse me. And then when you get up here, there's like a walkway to a door. It's quite a good looking box inside. Nitpicking here, but down here there should be a bit lower that river. It's 4 big arches. Really big arches. There's a couple of little ones, and then there's a weir down into a bridge there. It doesn't go that way, but that doesn't matter because you can't see it in the game. At least you put a river in. And then if there's any possibility of extensions, Rochdale back to Huddersfield, there's a couple of trains that can do that nowadays. I don't know if they did them back then. That'd be a nice little route added. Or DC lines up to halfway on the line or something, or even way all the way to Bury. Because without those 504s, there's a bit missing really. There's 3 tracks there, 4 tracks. It goes down into 2, and then into 1, and then back into 2 up there. Even if you had just AI ones going backwards and forwards, it'd be nice. There must be sidings to park them, yeah. Spare sidings, which even in that 88 video was overgrown. I suppose it was pretty clear in 83. It just looks so bare without 1 or 2 31s there. A 40 and a 47 sat up here. I did notice there's parcels in here quite a lot too. As I said before, the game really needs a GUV, a Gov, General Utility Van, to go with those BGs, brake guard. You have 3 or 4 set in there. And I think the 4-car leads could fit in there. I'm not 100% it would, but it looks long enough. Let's start from there if it leads, because starting from here is just a totally illegal move. Not sure why there's always this light bleed as well. It's alright at night, but during the day it's quite strong. Now I know you've updated it, but any chance you could have another look at it, maybe? So when you're on the platform, you can't even see that. That's handy then. Look at those times. How can I get up there? There you go. 4:04. It's 12 something. I don't know, 1 o'clock. They're not synced up, are they? 16:04, 18:36, 17:37, 23:12, 20:29, and 13:09. Wow, that's a mess. There are some tall buildings. I wonder if there were any tall buildings. They're there. Yeah, it's a shame that carriage road isn't there. That taxi rank or loading bay or whatever it is. You know, I didn't even notice this single platform bay over here, which I think is parcels too. We don't have anything coming in here. Certainly has the atmosphere of Manchester. Of course, now that I'm about here across, everything's the exhibition centre, the O2 centre now. And then all these have been changed. This still stands there. I wonder what your thoughts are and whether or not you'd like to see changes or not.